Hey everyone. So let's dive into what's been going on with the in-season tournament, because it's honestly becoming one of the most intriguing storylines in the NBA right now. Just yesterday, the groupings and the schedule were finally released, and it's really starting to take shape in a way that makes the league feel more dynamic in the middle of the season. This tournament, which is still very new, is quickly proving that it can add an extra layer of intensity without disrupting the regular rhythm of the NBA season. What's fascinating is how competitive the games have been so far. We saw the Lakers take the first edition, and then the Milwaukee Bucks claim the next one. Both of those were teams with very prominent superstars, LeBron James in Los Angeles and Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee. And it makes sense that these kinds of players set the tone, because the tournament only gains credibility when elite talent treats it seriously. You can really tell that teams are approaching it with focus, which is exactly what the league wants. When you introduce a new mid-season tournament, there's always skepticism. Do the players care? Do the teams take it seriously? Is it going to interfere with the main championship goals? And so far, the answer has been very encouraging. What makes this in-season tournament unique is its structure. At first, when it was being planned, people were asking if it meant more games, and that was a real concern. No one wants their favorite stars to be playing an extra grind of meaningless matches in the middle of the year. But the NBA designed it smartly. Only teams that advance to the final stages end up playing additional games beyond what they would normally have. Everyone else is basically continuing their regular season schedule with a new layer of stakes added to each matchup. The league also went back and forth on scheduling to make sure matchups were balanced, considering how many times teams meet and how competitive the games are. It's complicated behind the scenes, but as a fan, what you see is that the games feel meaningful and exciting without adding fatigue or risking overexposure of star players. It's a delicate balance, and so far, it seems to be working. Now, let's zoom in on the Lakers, because they're in a particularly tough group, Group B in the Western Conference, and their path isn't going to be easy. The competition is fierce, starting with the Dallas Mavericks. This will actually be the first time the Lakers and Mavericks meet in a tournament game, which is huge considering Luka Doncic's trajectory. He's coming off a season where expectations are sky high, and this is his moment to assert dominance. Then you have the Clippers, a team that's always dangerous in the West, and the Memphis Grizzlies, who continue to develop into a solid contender. The New Orleans Pelicans are also there, and while that matchup seems manageable for the Lakers, every other game is going to test them. Memphis and the Clippers, in particular, can be very challenging if they bring their best form. So, it's not just about showing up, it's about how seriously the Lakers commit to the tournament. You can almost hear the question in the air. Do they want this, and how much energy will they pour into it? Beyond the matchups, there's the narrative around players, especially Luka Doncic. He's positioned to take the league by storm, and this tournament represents an early opportunity to make a statement. People are talking about him in the context of resurgence or a revenge tour, whatever you want to call it. But the idea is clear. He's hungry to dominate and prove he's a force to be reckoned with. The preseason showed glimpses of that, with him putting up strong numbers and showing physical improvements that translate into success on the court. The Lakers are managing minutes wisely, making sure players aren't overworked, and that's crucial for a young star like Luka. Sitting out certain games for rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's strategic, a way to ensure peak performance when it truly matters. Winning the in-season tournament is different from winning the NBA Finals, of course, but that doesn't mean it isn't valuable. The first Lakers team to win it set a precedent. It was fun, it was prestigious, but it didn't replace the ultimate goal, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Still, over time, achievements in this tournament could become part of the larger conversation about player legacies. Imagine 5 or 10 years from now, the comparisons might include not just championships and MVPs, but also in-season tournament victories. Players could be evaluated for their total body of work, including all the new accolades that have emerged in the modern game. Defensive awards, scoring titles, and other trophies have changed how we measure greatness in the past, and this tournament could do the same. In that context, winning it becomes another way to demonstrate dominance and consistency. For the Lakers, attempting to win it again would serve multiple purposes. It could build momentum strengthen player confidence, and provide narrative fuel for emerging stars. Luka could ride the tournament's success into an MVP-level season, combining in-season tournament performance with regular season dominance and potentially final success. It creates a storyline where he's cementing his place in the league, not just as a great player, but as someone who can deliver in every type of competition. That kind of narrative energy is powerful for both fans and the team culture. Of course, risk management is part of the equation. Injuries or minor strains could affect decisions about how seriously to pursue the tournament. Star players like Luka or LeBron James are less likely to jeopardize long-term health for mid-season glory unless the stakes are critical. Still, the West is stacked, and the Lakers have a real shot. They can compete with Memphis, challenge the Clippers, and test Dallas every time they play. There's a scenario where this team could go all the way in the in-season tournament, and the question becomes, do they treat it like a true championship? The first Lakers squad made that clear. They wanted to win from the start, and they succeeded. Repeating that effort could elevate the team's profile and create historic firsts, like being the first team to capture both the in-season tournament and the NBA Finals in the same era. From a coaching and team perspective, winning the tournament could also provide key benefits. It's a chance for players and staff to experience high-pressure games in a controlled environment, to test rotations, and to gain confidence for the later stages of the season. For younger players, it's an opportunity to step into the spotlight and prove themselves on a bigger stage without the immense pressure of a playoff elimination game. The lessons learned here can be invaluable, translating into better cohesion and readiness when the playoffs arrive. The narrative potential is enormous as well. A successful in-season tournament run for the Lakers, combined with individual player accolades, can ignite discussions across the league. Luka Doncic's MVP-level season could now be punctuated with tournament MVP honors, reinforcing his stature as a generational talent. If the team also carries that momentum into the playoffs and reaches the finals, the story practically writes itself. Fans, analysts, and even casual observers start framing the season around this comprehensive success, giving context to every stat, every highlight, and every pivotal moment. Now, if we shift our attention to the group dynamics and matchups across the league, things get even more fascinating. Each group has its own storyline, its own mini-drama, and the way teams approach their games could redefine perceptions about depth, coaching, and player versatility. Let's start with the Western Conference because, honestly, this is where some of the most compelling battles are going to take place. Group A, for example, features some teams that have been consistently competitive but may not yet have the star power to dominate outright. Yet, in a condensed tournament format, where every single game matters and there is little margin for error, these so-called underdogs can rise in ways we might not anticipate. You've seen it in the past with single elimination or short series formats. A hot streak from a role player, a surprise defensive scheme, or just sheer energy can topple even the favorites. It's an opportunity for teams to reinvent themselves mid-season, for coaches to experiment, and for players to showcase skills that may not always be highlighted in the regular grind of 82 games. Group B, on the other hand, is the one most people are watching closely because it includes the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Clippers, Memphis Grizzlies, and New Orleans Pelicans. This group is not just deep, it's stacked with star talent and evolving rosters. The Lakers, of course, are central to the narrative, but every other team has its own potential breakout storyline. The Mavericks, led by Luka Doncic, are always dangerous. Doncic's ability to create plays, hit clutch shots, and draw defensive attention will be a constant challenge for the Lakers' defense. And the Clippers, while having faced turbulence in previous seasons with injuries and chemistry issues, are built to exploit matchups in this tournament format. They have versatile wings, perimeter shooters, and interior defenders who can change the course of a single game. Memphis, young and hungry, continues to develop players like Ja Morant, who brings electrifying athleticism and the ability to take over at any moment. And the Pelicans, though less celebrated, are quietly assembling a core that can surprise opponents if they execute efficiently. Every team in this group has a narrative thread that makes each matchup feel consequential. There's no easy game here. Moving over to the Eastern Conference, the storylines are equally compelling. Group C, for instance, features a mix of powerhouse teams and squads looking to assert themselves as legitimate contenders. The tournament format here amplifies pressure because teams can't rely solely on long-term consistency. They have to perform in the moment. Players who thrive under pressure suddenly become more valuable, and coaches who can adapt on the fly gain a strategic edge. It's a fascinating chess match, and the in-season tournament encourages creativity and risk-taking that we rarely see in the regular season. Group D, meanwhile, is a showcase of rising talent, defensive intensity, and emerging stars who are beginning to make names for themselves. Watching this group unfold is like getting a sneak peek at the future of the league. It's not just about who advances. It's about seeing which young players can carry their team when the spotlight is on, which veterans step up to provide stability, and which coaches can craft game plans that capitalize on the unique tournament structure. One of the most interesting aspects of this in-season tournament is how it alters player motivation. Unlike the regular season, where narratives are stretched over dozens of games, every tournament matchup feels immediate. The stakes are tangible, and that can lead to different performance outcomes. Some players who normally excel in the rhythm of a long season may struggle under condensed, high-pressure conditions. Conversely, players who thrive in high-stakes moments, clutch shooters, lockdown defenders, and high IQ playmakers, can emerge as heroes. For instance, a player who normally averages moderate minutes might suddenly become essential because of rotation adjustments, injuries, or matchup advantages. It's a chance for hidden talents to shine, and that's one of the reasons the league implemented the tournament. To create new storylines, elevate mid-season excitement, and provide fans with a fresh narrative arc that doesn't rely solely on the playoff chase. We've also seen how team chemistry comes into play. In traditional regular season games, players and coaches can sometimes ride on established patterns and habits. In the tournament, however, there is less margin for error, which means chemistry, communication, and mental toughness become paramount. Teams that can quickly adapt to high-pressure scenarios have an advantage, while those that rely too heavily on star talent without strategic coordination can stumble. This is where coaching brilliance often shines through. A coach who can read the flow of a game, anticipate adjustments from opponents, and make the right substitutions becomes invaluable. In a tournament where one or two plays can determine advancement, those in-game decisions carry enormous weight. We're watching a scenario where preparation, mental resilience, and tactical ingenuity all intersect, creating games that feel like playoff-level intensity but occur in the middle of the season. The fan experience is also evolving with the tournament. For diehard fans, it provides new moments of excitement, rivalries, and storylines to follow. For casual observers, it gives an entry point to witness meaningful games that might otherwise be lost in the noise of the regular season. Imagine tuning in mid-November or December and seeing a matchup between a veteran superstar-led team and an emerging young core, with the outcome having immediate consequences for advancement. That's a narrative hook the NBA has been seeking, and it's creating conversations, debates, and social media engagement that sustain interest beyond the typical game-to-game rhythm. Even the broadcast and streaming coverage adapt to highlight these dynamics, emphasizing storylines, player performances, and tactical battles that might otherwise be overlooked. Finally, the in-season tournament also influences trade and roster decisions. Teams may evaluate how new players perform under pressure, how rotations function in condensed schedules, and how coaching strategies adapt. These insights inform mid-season adjustments, helping teams make more informed decisions about acquisitions, playing time, and long-term planning. It's a layer of strategy that didn't exist in previous seasons, and it adds a fascinating dimension to the league's operations. Every game becomes a data point, every matchup a test, and every performance a story that contributes to the larger narrative of the season. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, Whispers in the basketball world have intensified following recent rumors suggesting that Kevin Durant might be on the verge of making a monumental decision that could reshape the landscape of the NBA. Sources close to the situation have hinted that Durant, long regarded as one of the most prolific scorers and versatile forwards in the league, may be considering a move to the Los Angeles Lakers. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the chatter around this potential transfer has already sent waves through social media, sports networks, and the general fan base, creating an atmosphere of speculation and anticipation that few can ignore. If Durant were to indeed say yes to joining the Lakers, the implications for the Western Conference would be massive, potentially altering the competitive dynamics and threatening the balance of power that has defined the league in recent years. Analysts and commentators have begun dissecting the possibility, weighing the Lakers' current roster, salary cap considerations, and the strategic fit of Durant alongside existing stars. Beyond the court, the mere rumor has fueled excitement in Los Angeles, hinting at a renewed championship ambition that could galvanize fans and reinvigorate the city's basketball culture. The prospect of Durant in purple and gold has become a hot topic for debate, sparking conversations about team chemistry, potential lineups, and the historical significance of such a signing. As the NBA offseason progresses, all eyes are now on the Lakers' front office and Durant's camp, as insiders suggest that a decision may be closer than many anticipate. Speculation is reaching fever pitch, with every media outlet attempting to uncover the next piece of information that could confirm or deny what could be one of the most high-profile moves in recent memory. The notion of Durant embracing the Lakers' offer is tantalizing, offering a vision of an unstoppable squad blending experience, talent, and championship ambition. Fans are eager to see how the story unfolds, knowing that even the slightest hint from Durant or his representatives could send the rumor mill into overdrive, and a potential yes could trigger a cascade of reactions across the league. While skeptics remain, pointing to previous instances of misreported intentions or last-minute changes, the consistent murmurs surrounding Durant and Los Angeles have lent credibility to the speculation, suggesting that something significant could indeed be on the horizon. The basketball community waits with bated breath, fully aware that such a decision would not only impact team strategies, but could also redefine the narrative of the entire NBA season, highlighting the weight of Durant's potential choice and its ripple effects across multiple franchises. As this rumor continues to gain traction, it seems inevitable that discussions, analyses, and heated debates will dominate headlines, emphasizing the magnetic allure of Durant's possible move to the Lakers. Amid the swirling speculation, experts have begun theorizing how Kevin Durant's arrival could reshape the Lakers' playing style, lineup configurations, and championship prospects. The potential signing has sparked detailed analyses, with pundits suggesting that Durant's ability to score from virtually anywhere on the court, combined with his experience in high-pressure playoff scenarios, could immediately elevate the team's offensive and defensive dynamics. Conversations in sports circles focus on how he would mesh with the likes of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, speculating on whether Durant's versatile skill set could complement their strengths or require significant tactical adjustments. Beyond the technical implications, social media has erupted with debates over the emotional and psychological impact of such a move, with fans contemplating the renewed energy Durant could inject into a roster that has occasionally struggled with consistency and cohesion. If Durant were to indeed accept the Lakers' offer, the implications would extend beyond the court, influencing merchandise sales, ticket demand, and the franchise's global branding, making the possibility highly lucrative and strategically significant. Moreover, industry insiders point to Durant's reputation for leadership, adaptability, and professionalism as crucial factors that could smooth his integration, allowing him to seamlessly assume a pivotal role in the team's core while mentoring younger talent. The buzz has also sparked a broader discourse on the competitive ripple effects throughout the NBA, as rival franchises would inevitably recalibrate their off-season plans in response to the Lakers potentially acquiring such a transformative talent. Sports analysts are considering every angle, from Durant's historical performance in high-stakes games to his recent injury record, pondering how these elements might influence the Lakers' approach to rotations, training regimens, and tactical deployments in both regular season and playoff contexts. Meanwhile, fan forums and social media platforms are flooded with projections, mock lineups, and hypothetical scenarios that blend optimism, skepticism, and sheer excitement, underscoring the cultural significance of Durant's rumored decision. Speculation has evolved into a multi-layered narrative, encompassing economic, strategic, and emotional dimensions that go far beyond the mere possibility of signing. Each new leak, insider tip, or subtle gesture from Durant's camp is dissected and amplified, creating an environment in which the rumor itself becomes almost as impactful as the reality it hints at. Analysts emphasize that if Durant says yes, the Lakers' pursuit of an NBA championship would instantly feel more tangible, redefining expectations, motivating existing players, and attracting a renewed wave of national attention. Rumors of this magnitude carry the weight of history, and the basketball world is acutely aware that Durant's potential move could leave a lasting imprint on the league's narrative, generating excitement, speculation, and intrigue for months to come. The Lakers franchise, fan base, and broader NBA audience remain poised on the edge of possibility, eagerly anticipating any confirmation that this swirling rumor might solidify into reality. In light of these rumors, speculation has extended to potential contractual arrangements and the financial considerations surrounding Kevin Durant's possible move to the Lakers. Industry insiders have suggested that the negotiations could involve intricate salary cap maneuvers, potential trade-offs, and creative structuring to accommodate Durant's compensation while maintaining the team's overall roster flexibility. Financial analysts and sports economists have begun mapping out the cascading effects on the franchise's budget, exploring scenarios that could balance immediate star power with long-term sustainability. Beyond money, discussions have emerged regarding Durant's strategic leverage in choosing a destination where his championship aspirations align with the team's vision, highlighting how such decisions are often influenced as much by personal ambition as by financial incentives. Social media commentary has emphasized not only the business implications, but also the psychological messaging sent to other players and rival franchises, as securing Durant could signal an aggressive push toward reclaiming NBA supremacy. The rumor mill surrounding Kevin Durant and the Los Angeles Lakers has prompted speculation regarding the broader implications for the Western Conference's playoff picture. Analysts have suggested that Durant joining the Lakers could immediately tilt the balance of power, raising questions about how teams like the Golden State Warriors, Phoenix Suns, and Denver Nuggets might adjust their strategies to contend with a newly fortified Lakers squad. Media outlets have explored hypothetical matchups, examining how Durant's scoring versatility and defensive capabilities could create mismatches that challenge established tactical norms. Social media discussions have focused not only on immediate outcomes, but also on long-term playoff scenarios, speculating whether Durant's arrival could propel the Lakers into a dominant position reminiscent of historical superteam eras. Commentators have noted that the psychological impact on opponents could be significant, as facing a lineup featuring Durant alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis might require entirely new defensive schematics and rotational adjustments. Fans have eagerly shared mock playoff brackets and simulations, imagining narratives in which Durant plays a decisive role in high-stakes games, highlighting his ability to influence both momentum and outcomes. Rumors suggest that coaches and executives across the league are already contemplating contingency plans, trade options, and internal player development strategies to respond to this potential seismic shift. Discussions have extended beyond the hardwood, considering how Durant's presence could boost television ratings, increase attendance, and energize fan engagement, transforming the Lakers into a central focus of basketball discourse. Analysts are debating potential lineups, rotations, and matchup strategies that could maximize Durant's effectiveness while preserving team cohesion and offensive balance. The rumor has also sparked conversations about historical context, with comparisons drawn to past landmark acquisitions and their impact on championship trajectories, further elevating the excitement surrounding the possibility. Each new detail feeds the narrative, creating a sense of immediacy and anticipation that keeps the basketball community engaged, reflecting the power of Durant's potential yes in reshaping both team dynamics and league-wide expectations. As whispers continue to circulate, the Lakers' front office remains at the center of speculation, with fans, pundits, and rival franchises alike watching intently, aware that Durant's rumored decision could reverberate far beyond a single season. The conversation now extends to the cultural, strategic, and financial dimensions of the sport, underscoring the extraordinary implications of Durant possibly embracing Los Angeles as his next destination. Meanwhile, fan reaction to the rumored Kevin Durant-Lakers connection has been explosive, with social media platforms inundated with discussions, debates, and creative expressions reflecting both hope and skepticism. Memes, videos, and speculative graphics have proliferated, demonstrating the cultural fascination with the potential of Durant joining one of the league's most storied franchises. Online communities are dissecting every subtlety, from the timing of Durant's statements to reported interactions with Lakers management, interpreting each as a potential indicator of an imminent decision. Fans have speculated endlessly about on-court chemistry, imagining highlight reel plays featuring Durant alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis, blending individual brilliance with collective strategy. The rumor has also provoked deeper conversations about legacy, with enthusiasts weighing Durant's career achievements against the transformative potential of winning championships with a high-profile team in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, the narrative has taken on a broader significance, reflecting themes of ambition, opportunity, and the pursuit of greatness that resonate with audiences beyond sports. Sports analysts continue to provide endless breakdowns, offering detailed projections, mock strategies, and hypothetical outcomes that explore every angle of Durant's possible impact. Rumors hint that Durant may be favorably inclined toward the Lakers due to their competitive roster, media presence, and championship aspirations, though the uncertainty remains palpable. Each new report reignites discussion, with fans comparing potential lineups to historical super teams, debating who would benefit most from Durant's skill set and how coaching strategies would need to adapt. The collective anticipation has created a shared experience, uniting global audiences in speculation, excitement, and debate as everyone waits for the first definitive sign that Durant has indeed said yes. The rumor itself has become a spectacle, illustrating the immense power of star athletes to drive engagement, influence narratives, and inspire imagination. Even the faintest hint of confirmation is amplified, showing how the combination of talent, timing, and franchise ambition can produce a cultural phenomenon. As the basketball world buzzes with possibilities, the Lakers' rumored pursuit of Durant has transformed from mere conjecture into a dynamic storyline, captivating fans, analysts, and players alike, and setting the stage for what could become one of the most significant shifts in modern NBA history. The mere possibility of Durant wearing purple and gold has sparked not only speculation, but also dreams, debates, and a palpable sense of anticipation that continues to grow with each passing day. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned.